A contractor bag, the heavy duty bag. What goes in here? I knew somebody was. Take all the bags, just so you guys can see this at home. Take all of these bags. Never mind that the Lord said, fill the earth, subdue the earth, and cultivate it. You have dominion, right? Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Never mind, he said that. We just read the scripture. Throw everything that's here, just put it in this big old nice contractor bag, because I'm not taking down all that garbage. We're going to do it at one time. Just put it in the bag, drag it downstairs, sit it on the curb, and hope I don't get no ticket. Yes, that's an amen shout right there. All right. So let me share this with you guys first really quickly. So, black trash bags are commonly used for non-biodegradable waste, such as plastics. However, in New York City, and it should be everywhere, plastic can be placed in clear bag. Also, this bag. Y'all look surprised? Like, no, are you serious? Yes. Here's the thing, they're the same. The color is different.
But you know, you have to give sanitation their props, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what time of the year, but they usually send out something that lets you know where everything goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So
Yes, absolutely. But the purpose of this lesson was to get us to understand if we are going to fill the earth, subdue the earth, and cultivate the earth, we have to begin by recycling. And what is recycling? Making sure that we take things out of waste, that Miss Piper said, and so we can put it in this proper bag so it can be made into something new. So even with the plastic containers that you all are using right now, that can be made into a bowl. That can be made into whatever else. That's the importance of it. This way, we don't have to keep pulling from the natural resources that God has given unto us. Same thing with the cardboard. If we recycle cardboard, we don't have to kill so many trees. And hear me, we need it. With all of these cicadas going on, killing life, destroying life, because that's what man does, destroy. It's the truth. Instead of that, we could have over 250 million trees. Did it say each year? Well, 250 million trees. That's how many we could save if we recycle these things. And guess what? This goes into either of these bags. This and plastic can go together. The only thing that cannot go together is paper. Paper, thank you. This cannot, where's your water bottle? Where's your water bottle? You drink the water? You could drink it. Okay, thank you. These two items cannot go in the same bag. However, these two items can. Yes. I think I do. I hope I put that down. She said, just tell me so I don't get a ticket. Never mind, the Lord gave a command, gave a responsibility. All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Can we? They did. Let's read what it says here. I took it from their website. Cardboard. A cardboard can be put in a clear plastic bag for recycling and collections. You can also put mixed paper and cardboard. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you. You can also put mixed paper and cardboard in a labeled bin with a secure lid. If you want to flatten and bundle the cardboard for recycling, you can tie it with a twine and sit it next to the bags and the bins. I apologize for that. I apologize sincerely. All right. Thank you for the correction. She was like, I got a ticket already. Don't be in here teaching us. Sorry. Yes. Come on. I stand corrected, y'all. Do not put those two things together. However, you can put, like sis just said, these two items can go together, right? Is that correct? Okay. I'm just learning too, because I was throwing everything in one bag. Come on.
I'm going to take this out of context. Being that we are creatures created by our Creator, we must also recycle our minds because we are earthly vessels. That means we got to get rid of a whole lot of garbage that we have accumulated over times by being influenced by this earthly environment, because God has breathed in a spirit within us, and we must be aware that we must cleanse the spirit if we plan on not dying twice. Because our earthly bodies is going to die and return not to earth or dirt, but to dust, from whence we came, from whence we were made. But we don't want our souls to die.
That was powerful. So in short, here's what I hear. When you recycle your old way of thinking, your old way of being, your mind is going to change, and you're going to want to begin to do things that will help fill the earth, subdue the earth, and cultivate the earth. Why? Because you've changed inwardly. You no longer look at things the way that you used to. You can. You become a new creature, a new living being. That's what I hear when I hear that. Powerful. Absolutely powerful.
I just want to add a little.
Yes.
So this lesson, tying it into last week's, where Reverend Donegan talked about the body, stewardship of our health, right? So all of this recycle is beautiful. And like Pastor says over there, our mind too have to be recycled, right? So when we come into Christ, we know a new creature, a new creation is born, right? So these things.
She's holding up a bottle of water.
And
Go ahead.
these things. Now,
An aluminum pan.
I said that I don't like what it does, right? So these are things I would avoid.
Okay.
So part of the recycling for me is when I purchase things, what is it in?
Okay.
Because we are recycling
That's
this.
good. I wish I would have put that in the lesson. That's good.
We're recycling this to create something else. In the process of creating it, it is no longer from its natural source. It has now been moved into another area that may be unnatural to our bodies, such as the aluminum. Now, God gave us minerals for our body to use. This is not one of them. And we have to be careful with this. So while many people enjoy using aluminum, I don't have a problem with it per se, because it's not really in my home like that. But be careful what you do with aluminum.
And
because it can get into your system, and it had, at one time it was said that it was a contributor to our aches and pains.
So see that? You guys are also learning something new here, right? But here's a good point too. Instead of buying these items, we can buy already recycled items. It says recycled on it, right? So we already know that this came from a recycled source. So we don't have to be boggled down with the thought of where did this come from? Because aluminum comes from natural resources. Even though it's broken down into that, and there's other things that are added to it to make it take a shape and all that stuff, but aluminum in and of itself is a mineral that God gave to us. What are we doing with it? And again, for today's lesson, the importance of recycling it is so we don't have to continue to use our natural resources for ridiculousness like this. Aluminum pans. Right? Aluminum is a mineral, right? Okay.
What is the harm of it? Like, they use it to cook. So what is the harm of it?
So if you throw these away into this bag, right? They're gonna throw it wherever they throw it. I didn't look that up. They're gonna throw it wherever they throw it. If you recycle it, they don't have to continue to tap into our natural resources like aluminum to continue to make those pans. That's the harm. Because remember, we're supposed to fill the earth, subdue the earth, and cultivate the earth. We want to begin to stop using so much natural resources for things that are unnecessary. Do we have to have paper plates? Do we have to have aluminum pans? We don't have to have these things. But if we do, we can get them that are already recycled. Miss Ann?
Yeah, let me just say something to what she said. How many of you have cast irons, use cast iron pots? Anything cast iron?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now that is from way, way back, right? It's one of the first, and it's very heavy. Mm-hmm. Most young people today will probably not even look at it. They'll pick it up and put it back down because it's just too heavy. They're not going to do anything with it. But if you use a cast iron pot and you're anemic, that is one way you can help your body get the iron it needs.
Wow.
All right? Aluminum does not do that. Aluminum will not get into your food and feed your body. So the recycling, while it is outside of on the earth form, there is also you. You have to take in foods that will help your body to do what it has to do. And cast iron is one of those things. Many people say, oh, that's too much trouble, it rusts. Yes, because it is iron, and it will oxidize, and it will rust. But then you have your oils, if you treat it right. Many a camper will not camp with aluminum. They will take their cast iron pots and cook in the campsite because they know what it will do. And they know what the benefit of having it. It's for years. Mm-hmm. Who throws away cast iron? Who throws that away? Mm-hmm.
Nobody, especially if you know the benefits that it can offer to you. So I want to say thank you so much, Miss Ann, and thank you. And then David, last one, because we're gonna transition into praise and worship. I have one more question and answer.
Yeah, I was just going to say yes, thank you. As cast iron, I know has benefits, right, and goes into the bloodstream. But the opposite is true of aluminum. It's not just a natural resource thing. It's toxic, and you should not cook with it. And you could ask any nutritionalist, it's not to cook with, even heating in the oven. I don't know all the chemicals, but it releases something into your body, into your bloodstream, which you do not want.
Okay. All right, so for those of you that would like, good morning, Ms. B, that would like more information regarding that, you could ask me later, or what have you, or Miss Ann, or could look it up, and she'll have that for you on Second Sunday. Miss Ann, you're going to commit to that, right? Okay, good. Second Sunday, that's when she gives us our help tips. All right, so last question, because I think we have, how many minutes? 5 minutes, D? I have 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to ask Deacon Glam to pray us out. First of all, did you guys learn anything in this lesson today? Give yourselves a round of applause then for keeping it hot, honest, open, and transparent. Question 6. Can plastics and aluminum be recycled together? Yes, it can. In some areas, plastic and aluminum can be recycled together. For example, in New York City, you can mix metal, glass, and plastic recyclables. That's why I mentioned those two things, I'm sorry. But not with paper. You should put metal items in a clear, untinted bag or blue labeled recycle bin with a tight-fitted lid. And you can also crush cans and put them in there to save space. Last thing I'm going to leave you with is taking care of God's earth is the same as taking care of home. Yes, we are sojourners just passing through this place,